Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
I welcome you all to the 523rd meeting of Medley Toastmasters Club. Medley Toastmasters Club is one of the finest clubs, one of the best clubs in Chennai. You will come to know at the end of the meeting why I say so. I am Toastmaster Alagapan, Sergeant Arms for today's meeting. There are a few ground rules to be followed in every Toastmaster meeting. Before that, I want to tell you what is the mission of Toastmaster Club. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and a positive learning experience from which every individual members have a chance to improve his communication skill and leadership skill, which in turn foster his self-development and personal growth. There are a few ground rules. Number one, every member is requested to come in formal attire. Number two, please switch off your mobile phone or put it in silence mode. I'll give you 10 seconds for it. Done. Number third, while speaker is on stage, please avoid moving around or communicating with others verbally. If you want to communicate with others, please use sheet of paper. And number four, please avoid taboo topics such as sex, religion, and politics. So that's from my side. From today we have a very special session to explain you about the session, what's going to happen today. There is a special person with us who is a presiding officer. He's a CEO of a startup company, and he's very passionate about wildlife photography, and I really expect that person to become a president soon, and he may take us to some forest to conduct the Toastmaster meeting. Let's put hands together to welcome John J. Kumar.
Thank you, Alagapan, for that wonderful introduction. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. With the sound of this gavel, I declare meeting 523 open. I would like to recognize a few dignitaries present among us. So we have our Division Director, Toastmaster Kalyan here. We have our Area Director, Toastmaster Krishna Kishore. We have our former District 82 PR Manager, Toastmaster Thomas Abraham. We have our founding member, Toastmaster Ramakrishnan sir with us. So let's have a few guest introductions. So guests, can you please stand up and introduce? Let's start with you.
Hello, my name is Ajay. I'm a fourth year student at KCT College. I think I'm the only guest here, so it's really
Thank you. You're not the only one. Welcome.
Hello Toastmasters, and so myself Balakumar. So I'm working for a company called E2 Technologies. So I've been a Toastmaster in the past, like I was part of Chennai Toastmasters Club, and then when I moved to Hyderabad, I was part of Vision Toastmasters Club over there. So this was during the time of 2012 to 2014, and post that my work required to move, so I wasn't really able to consistently part of any club. So now that my work location is stabilized, so I just want to explore a couple of clubs before I resume my journey in Toastmasters.
Thank you.
Hi friends, my name is Saravanan. I run a strategy consulting firm called Mindset, and I'm also a qualified psychologist. So he's going to take me in public forums. And my very good friend, one Mr. Jain Narak, he introduced me to Toastmaster family. So I thought I'd just welcome. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Srinivasan. And actually, 3 months before I came for a guest here at the Toastmaster, unfortunately I wasn't able to come regularly. And even though that I was not able to come, and most of the time I know that I'm 3 to 5, I just wanted to be here. But unfortunately, last 3 months it was very difficult. Today somewhat I pushed myself to be a part here. I work in Malappetra Chemicals. That's our last piece of my interview is 1 month. Is it okay, Mike?
Yeah. Sure. Thank you. All right. So let's go into the proceedings of today's meeting. So this meeting for today is not a regular meeting. In a regular meeting, we have the prepared speeches, that will be the first section. Then we have table topics, which is an impromptu speech. Then we go to the evaluation of the prepared speeches. Today is a very special meeting. The first section we will have a debate. Followed by the debate, we will have a table topics. And then today we will have an evaluation of the table topics. Okay, so this will be the 3 sections. So it gives me great pleasure in introducing the moderator for today's debate. He is a consultant, speaker, trainer, photographer and designer, a multifaceted personality. He has experience in debates while being a student, and he is also a lecturer of public speaking and debate. And he is a former corporate communications director, and also he is the former District 82 PR manager. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Thomas.
Thank you, John. Good afternoon, my friends.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to WW4, Medley War of Words number 4. Chennai was once a center for debating competitions, especially in schools and colleges. Then technology came and debates vanished. You were talking point? No, I didn't mean that. Don't you worry. You could then argue by saying that through technology, people found better ways to get smarter than through debate. So you can. I'm a neutral guy. I'm proving my neutrality once again. See, the motion of the day is technology makes people dumb. We will define the 2 defining words, a noun and an adjective. Technology and dumb. Why? Because these smart teams could otherwise hijack these meanings to territories of their liking, and we will have a fight. Somebody will fight in Honolulu, somebody will fight somewhere else. We want people to fight it out here on a common ground of meaning. Therefore, with your permission, these are the meanings we're going to apply for today. Technology means the application of scientific knowledge for practical purposes. And dumb, it doesn't mean speechless or speech impaired. That's another meaning. For us, it's a colloquial one for deficit in intellect, in other words called stupid. May I request the audience to cast their votes on where they stand now on this. Have you all got the balance? Easy or easy is very efficient. There are no problems here. Have you all got it? Kindly state where you stand on this preposition as of now. As of now. So kindly collect a ballot box, a ballot, whoever is coming in, and cast your vote. No, you don't. Candidates here don't vote. Now, the debating format is as follows. There are 3 speakers each for the motion and against the motion. They will alternate. That means one from here, one from here, one from here, one from here, one from... Not all same time. There will be a big commotion and a collision. There will be a collision of ideas, nothing physical, I hope. I have been armored with enough to take care of such exigencies. So don't you ever try. So now, each of them will have 5 minutes to speak. Therefore, the timer, let me also welcome timer for the day, Toastmaster Shankar. Shankar will show the traditional 3 colors at 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, this is a ruthless, cruel game. There's no grace period. After 5 minutes, I will say time up, and you can complete the sentence you are in the middle of. And please don't use the word and elongate the sentence. The audience will get active and will applaud. The longer the elongation, the louder the applause, which is much better than the kind of screaming your TV anchors, how they shut you up. We do it more politely here in Toastmasters. Now, let's go on. And then what happens is, you have a sum up happening from both sides. 3 minutes and 3 minutes. Therefore, timer, you may kindly show the time at 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, and 3 minutes, and no grace. Unless you want to get disgraced by being shouted down by the public. Then, the moderator reserves the right, only the right, not the possibility, I hope, of interfering or intervening in case a speaker, in the unlikely event of a speaker entering the objectionable territory of getting personal or using language that doesn't befit this grade setting, or make contentious statements that may require validation. So therefore, I would suggest that when you use a code to something, kindly acknowledge the source. Google is ready for catching any such transgressions. So, in sum, mainly WW4, World War, now converted to War of Words, number 4, the preposition is technology makes people dumb. To argue their opposing views, we have a spirited set of speakers, as you would notice, raring to go. They are starting from the affirmative side. In the order they would present their case. Ramesh, who is a global product marketing manager for Honeywell, let's welcome. His life's purpose is to be a catalyst that helps people to improve their happiness index. Ramesh's approach to debating is sincerity, acknowledge opponent's argument, and provide clear rationale for the counter argument. Then we have Renu, who is many things, here given as storyteller. She gives stories that make people think or laugh out loud. Renu's latest sharpened debating skills were against Mr. Narayan. Her best win recently was when he wanted to order something from Amazon, and she convinced him not to buy it locally, so that unnecessary packaging could be avoided. I'm sure you also wanted to avoid the carbon trail that it left, I'm sure. Then we have Varshini, a student of BTech, EEE, no, I'm not laughing, BTech, Triple E, which is EEE, she tells me. She wants to become, therefore, a certified electrician in 2 years. So if you have anything on the wall to be done, wait for 2 years. And she remembers the fight she had with her brother, which she won, though the brother was younger. I want to know how. Fights were typically over food, TV, accessories, and stuff. Then, if you notice, there is a little gender imbalance in this side, isn't there? But then you wait for the next side to see the gender imbalance. This side we have, the opening salvos will come from Dinesh, who is a marketing executive. He is, by his own definition, a civil engineer, and God knows how it helps me. His best moment in life of winning an argument was in his childhood when he and his sister would fight for TV remote. But things have changed, and how? Today, he fights with her son, his nephew, for the same TV remote. But the methods have changed. He offers him his phone to play the video, and the TV is free for him to handle. Remember, he's a marketing guy. Marketing guys know strategy, which is also known as cunning. Then we have the last of the speakers is Kishore Krishna. Stand corrected, I'm sorry. He's an IT professional who is into performance engineering. Now he calls himself a performance doctor. Friends, I must confess to you, I did a Google search and I fell into some very unmentionable site, and I raised my search record when I searched for performance doctor. You could explain what he means. Yet to fulfill his dream of winning a serious argument against the Home Minister, that's his confession. Now what's new, he's a married guy, so it's the same thing you hear from each of them, right? And last of the speakers today, the sixth of them is Ashwin. He's into wealth management. Therefore, his mission in life is to make people wealthy. 11 years back, he tried to win against his wife, the argument. And soon he understood that women get the last word in every argument. Anything man says thereafter is only the beginning of the next argument. So then, without any further ado, let's move on to the expected war of words, starting with Yes, I must say this starting with Varshini, right? Oh, Ramesh, right? There you are. Put your hands together for that.
Thank you, debate master, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. One day, I was watching an interesting program in my smart TV, and during that time, phone ring has come. I just jumped and picked up the phone. Hello, hello, please be online. I just come out. Hello, hello. I couldn't hear you. Wait, I'll just go to the terrace. Hello, hello. All the way I have traveled to up to 6th floor. Hello, hello. My son came. Hey dad, give me the remote. Here is a cell phone. This is the reality of overuse of technology. We are not able to be present in the present moment. So most of the time, in today's busy world, the smartphone becomes inseparable. We have become more inseparable with computers and smartphones. We are relying on technology more and more. Even for our cognitive functions, we are relying more and more technology. Say for example, a simple basic addition. The other day I was discussing with my colleague, for a simple mathematical addition, he's not comfortable in using his brain. He doesn't trust, why to take this man, let's use calculator. That is the level of the cognitive functions. We are not able to use our own brain. Say for example, even for the navigation, we now use regularly Google Maps and even writing and even memorizing small events. We are not able to use our cognitive functions. It's deteriorating. Our brain needs exercise. If we are not using it often enough, our abilities deteriorate and lead to brain drain. This is one word which I want to stress, that technology makes people dumb and we are heading towards the brain drain. Steve Jobs, after the 2 months of iPad launch, Steve Jobs was interviewed. The journalist asked the question, your kids must love the iPad. And what Steve Jobs replied, the journalist was surprised. They haven't used it. The reason what he gave is, we limit how much technology our kids use at home. Realize, these are the words of Steve Jobs. So, they know how to educate the kids and limit the technology. So, we are not against technological advancement at all. We are not against technological advancement. But we are ending up in more use of technology to ending up in the brain drain. Every technology comes with the there is everything which comes with the capacity, right? What is the maximum capacity or the expiry date? Technology doesn't come that way. People are ignorant and then they use over. So there is a song old song from Kalyana Sundaram, Pattukottai Kalyana Sundaram. Aalum valaranum arivum valaranum adudanda valachi. Aalum valaranum arivum valaranum adudanda valachi. It means the overall growth of a human being is both physical and mental growth. Now the biggest question is the mental growth. What happened to our mental growth? We have completely outsourced to technology. We are every day in, day out of our cognitive functions, we are relying on technology. That's the saddest part. People argue that, tech-savvy people may argue that technology is everything, superpower, cosmic energy coupled with the atomic energy, the evolution of mankind, with the program of cloud computing. I know Kishore may come and tell cloud computing and all those things. But eventually, we need to be hale and healthy to use the technology appropriately. So, I would like to conclude my topic, how technology makes people dumb, and what is my recommendation is, I got this information from Dr. Alagappan in one of the speech, one of the Toastmasters meeting. 2 hours of no phone, 2 hours of no smartphone. Especially the first 1 hour in the morning is very, very effective. Another strategy I would like to implement is putting cell phone in aeroplane mode during the weekend, and just see how we will be able to connect with more and more with the nature, and we can come out of this brain drain for sure. Thank you, Debate Master.
To keep the heat on, Coming from the other side is Toastmaster Dinesh.
Thank you, debate master. Such a hypocrisy that Ramesh is working in an IT company and is talking against technology. He's getting a 7-digit salary because of IT, which was just came in the past 30 years. First, he mentioned that he took the TV remote instead of his phone and he went up to 6th floor. I would suggest him a good pair of specs instead of downgrading technology. And also, he says that the cognitive functions have also decreased drastically because we use technology. I'm saying that according to a research done by Academy of Medical Science in America, the IQ levels in 1950s was only 70, but today the average IQ level of a person worldwide is more than 100. Today, if a person has an IQ level of 70, they will be called as their reading capacity is very less. Similarly, how many of you are here during the Chennai floods in 2015? Please raise your hands. Many of you would have got distracted because of it, both physically and mentally. During those Chennai floods, we all know that Facebook started the safety status in our profile. So if you are safe, you just need to click a link. And so if you can see a list of your friends, if your friends have not clicked it, then they may not have had food or shelter for a very long time. So that's like a preposition where they have to be checked in. Also, Google started this flooded streets concept. For example, when a street is flooded, it will tell you do not take there and there is a flood there. The flood may be up to 1 level high, so please do not take it. Yesterday I saw Police Commissioner A.K. Vishwanathan. In that he mentions that the crime rate in city has gone down by 50% in the last 1 year. Guess how? Because of the CCTV cameras. There are more than 4 lakh CCTV cameras installed in Chennai